Overusing their puppy's name is just one of the mistakes that people make when they're trying to train their puppy to know their name. And it really slows down their learning process.
Ken.
Yeah?
Ken.
Yes?
Ken.
Yes?
Ken. Ken.
In this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way to teach your puppy their name. I'm also going to show you some tricks that dog trainers use to help their puppies to be more successful with this exercise. I'm Ken Steep. This is Biggie Smalls, the 12-week-old Papillon puppy. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. So first, let's talk about one of the tricks that that I alluded to in the opening. Now, a great opportunity to train your puppy are some of the natural training opportunities that you get. So with Biggie, every time he gets a meal, I would start off by just saying his name and then feeding him. We really want to build value for that name. So I will say, Biggie, good boy. Biggie. Just as I'm going to hand feed him his breakfast, essentially. Biggie. And reward. That way he really starts to understand that every time he hears that word, there's a lot of value associated with it. Now we need to make sure that when we are rewarding and luring Biggie that he follows the food. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just naturally lure him around. I'm just going to make sure that he's following food, and we've done lots of luring exercises in some of our other videos, and I'll link one of those above. But it's really important that Biggie does understand that when he follows the food that there will be a payout, especially when we're starting to make this a little bit more challenging as we're teaching him his name. When you start to teach your puppy their name, it's really important that you pay out each and every time. So we're going to call our puppy's name, we're going to say Biggie's name, and then we're going to automatically lure him for the first several repetitions of this exercise. So I'm going to do something, I'm going to let him get naturally distracted, which doesn't seem to be that tough with an adorable little puppy like this, but I'm going to call his name and then lure him. So I'm going to get him distracted, maybe I'll just show him something over there, Biggie. And then bring him around. Yes, good boy, nice job, buddy. And we'll let him get distracted again. We'll just fake him out a little bit. Biggie, show him that food, bring him in. Yes, good job, pal, way to go. When you reward your puppy, try to make sure you're rewarding them almost so they're touching your legs. That way they'll see lots of value for coming in really close. Now we're going to make it a little bit more challenging for Biggie by using a little bit more motion, but when we do that, we want to use our house line, and we posted a video about that not that long ago. Just so that Biggie doesn't leave me as we're working on this exercise, I'm going to put a leash on him, or I'm going to use his house line. And I'll link that video above, just so that he can't have an opportunity to be totally gratified by something that's not me. But I want to show you how we can really build some motivation for his name by using a little bit of motion and some exciting language or some exciting voice sounds. So I'm going to let him get a little bit distracted. Biggie, yay, good boy, way to go, buddy. And I'm going to move away from him to really reinforce the fact that him hearing his name and coming to me is lots of fun. So I'm going to let him get distracted again. Biggie, yay, atta boy, very nice, way to go, pal. And I'm going to use that motion. I'm going to use that exciting sounding language. Biggie, yay! To really reinforce that hearing his name is lots and lots of fun. Do you want to build even more motivation into your response to name? Try having someone hold your puppy as you sneak away with an exciting toy, then call their name and release them. Biggie, yeah, that boy, good boy, buddy. So Biggie's really starting to know that there's lots of value in hearing that word, and I've made it lots of fun by moving away and using some bubbly voice to really make it fun for him to respond to that name. So now we need to challenge him a little bit. We need to make it a little bit tougher. So we're going to use something like a distraction, and I'm going to recall him off that name. Now at this point, I'm not going to test him. I'm going to make sure that he can be right every single time by using that food lure while I'm using that distraction. So I'll just set this tape down. And then I'll call his name, Biggie. Yes, good boy. Now, I've also opted to use some high value food because, having something new like this distraction may prove to be a bit of a challenge. So when I call Biggie off of that distraction, I'm going to use something like some chicken or something that he really finds valuable. So an important step in using the McCann method is letting your dog make a choice, and an important step in teaching your dog their name is the testing phase. Now, I've reduced the amount of distraction. I've taken that tape roll away, but this time I'm not going to automatically show Biggie the food. I'm just going to call his name and see what happens. Biggie. Yes, good boy. Very nice. Now I'm still going to use that exciting language and I'm still going to use a little bit of motion, but I'm not going to automatically put the treats in front of his face. Let's test him again. Get him over here a little bit. I'm going to stay nice and close though. What's that thing over there? What's that thing over there? Biggie. Yes, good job, buddy. And you can see how excited he is to respond to his name and how much fun he's having. That's really important as we're training our puppies, that they're loving every minute of the training. Now, as we increase the challenge, it's really important that we mark the moment that our puppy's making a great choice. So when there's that distraction, whether it's a piece of tape on the ground or maybe it's some motion in the environment, we mark that moment that he makes that great choice, and that's with the yes. I use the yes to mark the moment that Biggie's making a really good choice. What if our puppies aren't responding right away? What if there's some distraction that they don't respond the first time every time to their name? Well, we're going to help them to be right. We're going to use something like a little touch on their side to break their focus, to get their attention back on us, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to help Biggie to get used to being touched. So we're going to do something really, really simple, like a little touch. Good boy. Touch. Yes, good. So that he's really comfortable with that action. Biggie. Yes, good boy, buddy. By following these steps, you will have an excited and happy and reliable response to name in no time. Now, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to have a well-behaved four-legged family member, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for more puppy training videos, check out the video beside me. On that note, I'm Ken. This is Biggie Smalls. Happy training.